What's up, everybody? Today we're gonna take a look inside an electrical panel, and I'm gonna show you a couple things. Right here we got a pretty standard panel in a light commercial setting for a little shop. You can see we got a couple of pipes coming in from the top, something on the side, and the service coming in from the bottom with the little box there on the side. I'm not sure what that's for. Coming up through the pipe from the outside, goes to the bottom of the panel. You can see right there we got an open space, happens to be, which we'll seal up. And let's take a look inside. I want to point out one thing that I like about this panel is that you can see the breakers stick out from the cover about like 3/16 or 1/4 of an inch, which help really hold them in place so they can't really move around. So now I'm going to take off the cover. In this case, everything is pretty sturdy, so I'm not worried about taking out the bottom 4 screws, leaving the top in without holding it yet. Now, to be safe, I'm just going to support it on top while I take out the top 2 screws. And keeping everything flat and straight, I'm just going to take it out gently, pull it down. So let's take a look at what we got here. See, we got our 2 lines in and our neutral. 2 lines in are going right onto a double breaker, 100 amp. And then we got all the individual breakers for all the separate circuits. Bunch of 20s, that's a 2-pole 20. Something's getting 240 volts, 202 120 volts. And we have some space on the bottom, a little extra space. One thing you see an arc mark right there. There's a little explosion or something. I don't know if a tool hit there or a wire. That doesn't look fun. And I'll mention something also. These right here are type home line breakers. For some reason, I also see type QP breakers in this panel. I'm not really going to worry about it, although usually you want to really stick with the exact breaker. Let's look at how the panel is getting power. From the pipe outside, in this case on the bottom of the panel, we have 4 wires coming in, 2 blacks, 1 white, and 1 green for ground. The 2 blacks are hots, and they go up to the main breakers. Our neutral goes up to the neutral bar. You see all the neutrals get attached to there. There's a second neutral bar on the other side, and they are connected through the back through this bar on top. You can see this connects the 2 neutral bars, completely separate from the 2 blacks. Those cannot touch. And the ground goes to the ground bar. You can see it right there. Happens to be there's another green wire about the same size, come from a pipe. I'm not sure if that's grounding a water pipe or something, or some equipment somewhere. And yeah, this panel has 1 ground bar, which is fine, I guess. But you see these grounds right here from the individual wires were twisted together. Usually you like to see every wire on a separate terminal. I guess they didn't have space and they don't want to add a new bar, so not a major deal, but it's better for them all to be separate. And I'll mention one other thing that I noticed in this panel, that these 2 pipes don't seem to have a ground wire in them. Usually I think the code is at least 1 ground wire in every pipe. So I'm not sure why that was done, if there was a reason. Just point that out so you know what standard, you know that usually you would need a ground wire. And by code, if you're getting something inspected, you don't want to have holes like that showing, so they make this KO seal, a knockout seal. And you just put that right up in there. That seals it up. That way it's closed, no bugs or nothing could get in. Now I'm going to close everything up. Holding the panel flat, not on an angle where it could poke into something that's dangerous. Gently get it where it's supposed to go. I put on the top 2 screws first. Right now they're tightening pretty easily by hand, so I'm just gonna get them snug for now. I'm just getting the rest of the screws.